Excuse me. Hi, this is Clarissa Brown. I'm back. I had gotten a phone call from my oldest boy. I have two boys, Jerome Watts Jr., which is 23, and Stephanie Darrell Lauderdale Jr., which is 21. I also birthday my baby, my daughter. She's Sandra Priscilla Watts, and unfortunately she can't be here because she did pass in 2012. Um, and a lot of things are going on this month mentally, and I want you to see me in life, everything I'm going through. There's no telling what you'll see watching my videos, what you'll hear watching my videos. If anything I say, religion or politics or anything, if you feel like it will offend you because of my opinion, please don't listen to it. You know, I'm very blunt and outspoken, and I'm trying to get the word of mood disorder out there. So I've learned that in this particular area, especially in mental health organizations, period, a lot of people don't want to see the bad side of the mood disorder. But how could y'all understand anything if everything I say to y'all was fine and dandy? Every time I came to y'all, maybe I didn't cry or have a tear. The realization, the real thing is, if you follow me, I'm real. I'm not going to be, I'm going to try to be tactful, but I'm very blunt, as I was saying, outspoken. And I love to, how can I say, I love to strive to help people with mood disorder. That's my calling. I have been an advocate since 2006. I've been sick since I could remember. The first diagnosis was back in 1990. And through that, I have had children, marriages, and you will see how all of this will affect your relationships reflect your relationships, because it really does. I thank God for my boys. They're my kings. You know, African American men, never been in trouble. I've never been to the jailhouse. I've never had to go to court for anything. And kids just, I love them so much, because if you understood, and you'll hear their side of dealing with me with bipolar, they have definitely been through a lot. And I, to me, owe them a lot, and I thank them for choosing me to be their mother. When I say that, there's studies and all of that, but I feel like my boys have chose me. My daughter chose me. And children bring so much joy to your life. And I look at them, I basically, when I look at my boys, I've been sick all their lives, dealing with bipolar and health issues, things that have went on in my life. What I'm trying to get people to understand is that when you have a mental health disability, there are physical ailments. It is a physical ailment, and it can cause problems from diabetes to high blood pressure, just all types of heart problems and attack to your body, because you're not healthy. When your mind is not in a healthy state, you get sick, right? Well, if you have mood disorder, you have a chemical imbalance, and we can't do anything about that. They have tried to substitute it, or have substituted it enough where we can have a comfortable life, a life. I don't know. I've always never been a person with life, and I see life as a blessing, but then I see it, after everything I've been through, as a curse to a point. But you can't have positive without a negative. You can't have female without a male. There's always the opposite of something. because God created these things, and we go through these things, the issues that we go through. And I've learned over the years to really trust in my Christian faith. No matter what people think, or if I practice something that they don't agree with, this is not about anybody else. This is about me. I've been married twice, like I was saying, back in 1990. I married my first husband, Jerome Watts. Wonderful man. Our relationship was hurt a lot by now that I'm looking at it, by the mental disorder. Your mood is your life. I mean, you can't live without a mood. I mean, either you're happy, you're sad, you're upgoing, you're whatever. I don't know. It just is. And both of my two children, oldest children, Sandra, Priscilla Watts, and Jerome Watts Jr., about my first husband. And then I have one outside the marriage, my son, Stephanie, Darrell Lauderdale Jr. Sometimes I only fought for them. And if they weren't on this earth, I would have been gone. So I really, in this point in my life, my purpose is to speak out, love my family and friends with all my heart. I understand and believe and know that my life expectancy is cut short. I'm not. We have to face reality. We have to understand that it's a physical ailment and it causes other issues. So I think they said our lifespan might be, on a normal person, I have to check that out what the life expectancy is now. But I can tell you that usually with a person with a mood disorder, 5 years, they say 5 years is literally taken off of their life. I mean, I've spent many a year, time in a hospital. I have been to many of doctors. I have many physical ailments that I deal with. And that is why, I don't know, I'm sick. I have a mental health, mood disorders, and I'm learning to embrace. When I say embrace, understand it's very difficult to embrace mental, my mood disorder, bipolar, and PTSD. I also have OCD, anxiety, and this can go on and on because usually when someone is diagnosed, there are other issues under that, and they probably could go either way, one disorder to another. It's not too many times that you have somebody with bipolar that don't have anxiety. Not too many times that people with like PTSD, with all their symptoms and everything, there are things that we just have to go through. I'm sorry, excuse me, I lost my concentration. I'm still not feeling well. Like I said, I'm very lightheaded. I have nausea, which from a medication, and I ate probably about two, just a little bit of rice, not enough. It's almost 3 o'clock and I really haven't eaten. It concerns me because I'm losing weight. I understood that was explained to about the life after I had that gastric bypass, and how I did it to lose weight, because as I said, I was 306 pounds, and the diabetes, the blood pressure, the sleep apnea, a lot of it was really wearing down on my body. At this particular time, I couldn't hardly walk. There were times I was just bedridden because of the back issues, and I have fibromyalgia, and then I have chronic. If you know anything about fibromyalgia, it's just chronic pain. It's once you really look it up, it's really self-explanatory. Nerve damage or nerve pain, and it's really not much you can do for it. Sometimes I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was in so much pain, even though I called the rescue. I told them just leave me alone. I didn't want them to touch me because it's like this pressure that's unbearable sometimes. And there's not much they can do, even if they did take me to the emergency room. There are things that the sicknesses they have been testing me for, like cancer, for the last 3 years, 4 years since I had my gastro bypass in 2013. So I'm 120 pounds, and I'm underweight, according to some doctors, and then to other doctors, as long as I look healthy or appear to be healthy, it really doesn't bother them. Probably bothers me more because I once, in my sizes, I once was a 26. Now I'm down to almost, actually a 0, because I was wearing a size 6 2 weeks ago. Now I'm in a 2, and there's always issues going back and forth as far as gaining weight. Try to keep my weight at a nutrition I do everything I can as far as my weight, as far as eating. It's very difficult. It hurts sometimes to eat. I have tried meat, and as much as I buy meat, I end up having to give it away or throw it away because the meat is it's just like I can't. It's not. My stomach really don't handle meat well, and there's protein in many other things, beans and stuff like that. I had one doctor, when I told him I'm actually a vegetarian again, he said good, because that might be the best thing for me. So in that aspect, after he told me that, I felt much better about my weight and how I feel about me. I just know that I at least want to be 130, actually 140, and my doctors, at one time put me in the hospital because I was considered malnutrition. I had gotten down to 114 pounds, and then when they started doing the testing, the CEA numbers was up, which is the number as far as cancer. It's supposed to be a certain level, and even at this time, even though they have not found cancer in my body, they continuously check me because of my numbers and what it appears to be. When they do the testing, it appears to them that maybe cancer might be in my body. Cancer's in your body anyway. We'll talk about that later. I was and the fact that anyone in my family that died naturally, it was cancer, the illness that had taken them away. I would say in my family right now, the life expectancy may reach between 65 and little higher in my family. As a matter of fact, my cousins that were coming up with me, even my sisters, both of them have already endured or had to fight cancer, and I look at them as a tool that if they did it and beat it, I can do it too. So that's it. For this take, I try to at least keep them 15 minutes, and you'll hear something more from me later. And at this time, I will pause.